skirting around it, trying to smile and do all that stuff. Because, yeah, I can be a really cool judge, but I can also be your worst nightmare.
Hopefully the court has now received a copy of the plea sheet and the advice.
I do. The plea sheet indicates that she is going to be pleaded guilty to 2 counts: refusal to obey a traffic order and false identification to a police officer. Upon her successful plea to those counts 2 and 3, both of those 90-day misdemeanors, count 1 would then be dismissed. That is the court's full understanding of duty.
It is a complete agreement, Your Honor.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Okay, let's see if we can do this time. Anybody else you need to talk to?
Nope.
No? All right. Raise your right hand and say verse 4.
You solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
State your name.
Tamara Haskell.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Ma'am, it is this court's understanding that you're going to plead guilty to 2 charges. The first charge is the added count 2 of refusal to obey a traffic order. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days and or a $100 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes.
The other is false identification to a police officer. That is also a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days, $100 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes.
You understand also that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge, and you would be sentenced before Judge Washington in the 14B district court.
Yes.
Okay. Now, understanding all of that, do you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes.
To the charge of refusal to obey a traffic order. How do you?
Buckle up, guys. Today we're stepping into a courtroom where the tone is set immediately. The judge opens with a calm voice but a razor-sharp warning. Honesty is not optional here. He makes it clear that while he can be fair and approachable, he can also be devastating if someone plays games. Right away, viewers understand this isn't just paperwork court. This is a judge reading behavior, not just charges. From the first minute, the stakes are established and the tension quietly locks in.
To the charge of false ID to a police officer, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes.
You signed an advice of rights form, is that correct?
Yes.
Any question about those rights? No? Look at paragraph 5, a copy on the podium. Those are your rights which are part of the trial. You understand that by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
Yes.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of rights.
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead?
No.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No.
You're doing this voluntarily?
Yes.
Of your own free will?
Yes.
Because you believe that you're guilty of these offenses?
Yes.
July 12th. What did you say?
Right, guys, this is the moment where everything becomes real. The defendant formally pleads guilty, waiving her right to trial, appeal, and defense. On the surface, it's routine, but underneath, this is a point of no return. The judge carefully walks her through each consequence, ensuring there's no confusion later. This section matters because once these words are spoken, there's no undo button. The case now hinges entirely on truth and credibility.
You're actually a cool judge. Like you scared me when you said somebody else gonna be my judge.
I scared you?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know these people.
She said you scared her when you told her someone else might be her judge.
Really?
Yeah, she wanted you.
Yeah.
You want me?
Yeah, you cool.
I am?
Cool. Yeah.
I gotta stop that. Well, let me just tell you, I have great respect for my colleagues. My colleague, Judge Washington, she's a cool judge. She's all right. Not as nice as I am, but
you not
okay.
All,
No, go
you not
ahead.
all grumpy and mad. Like
What?
You not all grumpy and mad. You would let us talk. You know, you let us say. I never seen a judge like that. Like you don't know. And I watch a lot of movies, so it'd be like,
so you think I ought to be grumpy?
Yeah, basically change my whole perception of court.
I changed your perception of court?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I'll never be back.
No. Maybe not on purpose.
Here's where things get interesting. The courtroom suddenly shifts from serious to almost casual. The defendant compliments the judge, laughs, and openly says she wanted him instead of another judge. It feels light, almost friendly, and that's exactly why this moment matters. This relaxed energy creates the illusion that charm might soften consequences. But beneath the smiles, the judge is still watching, listening, and quietly taking mental notes.
Well, thank you. Thank you for those kind words. I do appreciate it. It doesn't fall on deaf ears. All right, young lady. I don't know, how far did we get? All the way through?
Yeah.
You're doing this voluntarily and of your own free will?
Yes.
And also because you believe that you're guilty?
Yes.
All right. On July 23rd, 2024, at the location of North Ford Boulevard and East Michigan Avenue in Ypsilanti Township, Washington County, state of Michigan. What'd you do on that date that makes you think that you're guilty?
The officer asked me what's my name, and I didn't give him my real identity because I didn't give him my real identity.
All right. And were you driving?
No.
Okay. How am I getting to the other charge?
Of the failure to wear a seatbelt, Your Honor. She did not lawfully comply with the order of the officer to put her seatbelt on.
Oh, who told her to put a seatbelt on?
The police officer, Your Honor.
Oh, so when they were leaving.
I think that's how you can get there, Your Honor.
Pardon?
I think that's how you can get there. What do you think? No?
So when they were leaving, she was told to put her seatbelt on and she refused to put her seatbelt.
Correct, Your Honor. Won't happen again, Judge.
That didn't happen. It didn't happen. He came to the car. He said, "You don't have on a seatbelt." So I put the seatbelt on, and he said, "That's not the right way." So as I was trying to take it off, he said, "Oh, what's your name?" So it was like, and I'm not from Ypsilanti. I came to Ypsilanti.
This is where cracks start to show. The judge asks a simple question: what did you do that makes you guilty? Instead of a clear answer, the defendant drifts, explains emotionally, and contradicts details. The seatbelt issue becomes confusing, the timeline gets messy, and the courtroom energy shifts again. What should have been a straightforward explanation turns into uncertainty, and you can feel the judge's patience being tested as clarity slips further away.
Here, a lot of stuff happened in my life, so I ended up, it was just crazy. Like, I was on my way to work, literally on my way to work, and my boss was driving. He had license and everything, so they couldn't mess with him.
I think he's just trying to figure out how he.
Well, it's interesting to hear all that.
Because I don't really know what this, because it's like he came to the officer came to the car. It was one officer at my boss window, and it was the officer at my window. And he like, "Oh, you don't got a seatbelt," so I put the seatbelt on. But you know how I put it on, he said that was the wrong way. So he told me to click it in, like take it off and click it in. And I put the seatbelt on, and he asked me for my name, but I didn't give him my real name. And that's how I ended up in a police car, because he said I couldn't leave until he gave my real name. And I gave him, that's when I just said, okay, my real name is Tamara F.
Or perhaps the court might take the plea to the higher charge.
What was
This point, the tension spikes. The prosecutor introduces the police report, and suddenly the story sounds very different. Warrants appear, refusal to comply is mentioned, and the arrest details escalate fast. The defendant pushes back, denying parts of it. And now the judge is caught between the versions of reality. This is dangerous territory. When facts don't align, a plea deal can collapse instantly. And everyone in the room knows it.
After the defendant was arrested, she did not obey lawful orders to get into the car.
Why was she arrested?
Can we approach?
Well, right after I get my question answered.
Yes.
Why was she arrested?
My understanding is that she was arrested after she refused to identify herself and had warrants. The report says multiple warrants.
Okay.
I believe she was arrested for giving a false ID to the police officers just while having active warrants.
Yes.
They were trying to take her into custody for, Your Honor.
Correct.
And there was something that happened when she was trying to be taken into custody?
She refused to get into the car, is my understanding, Your Honor.
Yes, the police vehicle.
Is that what happened, young lady?
Nope. But it's like I can't really fight. I don't want to fight with the police. I don't want to argue with the police. I don't want to.
That's what the report indicates, Your Honor.
And
Well,
yeah,
okay.
that's what the report says. So it's like I don't want to fight. I don't know how Washington come. I don't know.
Well,
Don't come up in here insulting my county. But I'm just trying to figure out. Certainly I can take the plea to the higher charge. I'm just trying to figure out what she did that would constitute the higher charge.
I believe giving a false ID would be the obstructing a police officer in his lawful duties, Your Honor.
She also, when the police pulled the vehicle over, she was passenger and the seatbelt was buckled, but she was not between the seatbelt and the seat. It was buckled behind her. That's how the seatbelt piece of it came to be.
Okay, that's just stupidity. I don't know that that's a crime.
Glad to pass it, Your Honor.
Pardon?
Glad to pass it or adjourn it, Your Honor.
Okay, look, I don't mind, and let me just make it clear. I don't.
This is the rare moment where the judge stops everything. He openly questions whether the charges even fit the facts presented. That's not routine, that's a warning shot. When a judge says he's not hearing enough to support a charge, it means the entire case is on shaky ground. For a brief moment, it feels like the plea might be rejected altogether, and the defendant's earlier casual tone suddenly looks like a serious mistake.
Somebody says something to me, she tells me that's not what happened. And she's the one that's got to give me the factual basis to it. I'm not hearing, and maybe it's me, but I'm not hearing anything that constitutes the resisting and obstructing to the higher charge to go to the lower charge. I get the false ID. I'm trying to figure out what else. And then I'll pass it. I'll call that up in the next block. You guys figure it out. Or to stand in recess.
I've spoken to my client, Judge. We've discussed the factual basis, and I think she prepared those facts on the record to facilitate the plea, Your Honor.
All right. I was satisfied as to I think count 3, the false ID, but what happened where you
Here's the turning point. Slowly, the full truth finally comes out. The defendant admits she refused lawful commands, pulled away from an officer, and didn't comply when told to enter the vehicle. The prosecutor rebuilds the timeline piece by piece, and the judge finally sees the full picture. This moment saves the plea. It proves what the judge was demanding all along, not emotion, not explanation, but clear, honest facts, asterisk.
You disobeyed a traffic order.
The officer asked me to get in the car and I didn't comply.
And you didn't what?
I didn't comply. So.
And it was a little bit more than that too, right?
Tell them what you told me, what we discussed.
The officer asked me to get in the car. I asked him, can I sit down? So I asked him, can I sit down and breathe? So I read my rest.
You didn't follow his command.
Yeah, I didn't follow his command. I didn't follow the officer.
All right.
I can help if you need more, Judge. I can help if you need.
Please.
Thank you, Judge. At the time of this incident, there was an officer in full uniform, and that officer attempted to have you move towards his squad car. That's a yes?
Yes.
Okay. And that was an SUV?
Yes.
Oh, all right. It's a marked police SUV.
Yes.
And he told you at some point, he opened the door and he told you to get into the vehicle.
Yes.
And at that time, you told him no. Is that correct?
Yes.
And then his arm grabbed your arm and he tried to help you move towards that door, and you pulled back from that officer. Is that also correct?
Yes.
And so that officer was doing his lawful duties, trying to get you into the car to identify you, and you refused his lawful commands. Is that also correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, for the record, Mr. Feaster's questioning alluded to it a little bit, but for the record, to clarify the timeline of events, the defendant was asked to identify herself, gave a false name with no return when the police tried to identify that name and find a record of it, was then arrested and was going to be placed in the back of the car until she could be identified, at which time the resisting happened. And then was later identified and was found to have warrants.
Got it. And that's all accurate as well, isn't it?
Yes.
Is all of that correct?
Oh, yes.
How come you didn't tell me that the first time?
I didn't know how to explain all.
Right, guys, this is where the lesson lands hard. The judge accepts the plea but draws a firm line. He explains that charm, smiles, and half-truths don't work in court. Honesty does. He shuts the defendant down when she tries to speak again, and warns her that probation officers are extensions of the court. Lie to them and you're lying to him. This is authority without shouting, calm, controlled, and absolute. If you found this breakdown valuable,
I mean, it was 8 o'clock in the morning. Honestly, I don't know.
You need to stop there. You know exactly what happened. Court's complied with the court rule. Court will accept the defendant's guilty plea to counts 2 and 3. Count 1 is dismissed. Pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered at 14A1 probation. Sentencing in this matter will be before me.
October 23rd at 9 a.m.
October 23rd, 2024, 9 a.m. Now, young lady, I'm going to tell you this. I called Judge Washington. I'm keeping this case. And I'm going to explain something to you about how I work, and Mr. Feaster will tell you. When you're asked a question, you need to tell the truth. You do not need to be skirting around it, trying to smile and do all that stuff. Because, yeah, I can be a really cool judge, but I can also be your worst nightmare. Especially if you lie to me. Look at me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. Can I say something though?
No.
Oh.
Just listen.
So between now and then, and when you talk to my probation department, I'd suggest that you understand how you should tell the truth. Because Miss Polera, when you meet with her, if she thinks you're lying to her, I will know immediately. And you do not want that to happen. Bond will continue. Thank you.